The secret behind Outlander. The untold story of Sam Hohen and Caitriona Balfe. For nearly a decade, whispers rippled quietly through the corridors of Outlander's set until now. A crew member has finally broken the silence, pulling back the curtain on one of television's most captivating on-screen couples, Sam Hohen and Caitriona Balfe. And what's been revealed is not the fairy tale the world imagined. Behind the smiles, the red carpets, and the legendary chemistry of Jamie and Claire, there were tears, heartbreak, and nights so heavy with silence that no one dared to speak. The truth, it turns out, was more fragile and more human than the love story millions believed in. The perfect illusion. When Outlander premiered in 2014, Sam and Caitriona instantly became icons. Their connection was electric. Every look, every touch, every stolen glance between Jamie and Claire felt too real to be scripted. Fans were convinced that their love story had transcended fiction. But those closest to the set knew better. Most of the perfect moments, the affectionate glances, the hand-holding at events, the soft laughter in interviews were carefully directed. We were told never to let the camera leave them, said the insider. Every moment of chemistry was part of the marketing plan. During photoshoots, PR managers whispered commands. Sam, look at her like Jamie looks at Claire. Caitriona, brush his hand, make it look natural. Millions of viewers fell in love with the illusion, not realizing it was the product of a $1 million promotional strategy. But when two actors live inside their roles long enough, the line between acting and reality begins to blur. And that's exactly what happened between love and make-believe. According to multiple crew members, Sam and Caitriona's connection went far beyond the camera. One lighting technician recalled a scene that never aired. After the director yelled, "Cut," they didn't move. They just stood there, still holding each other for nearly 10 minutes. No one said a word. From that moment, the crew sensed that something real and dangerous had taken root. But the fairy tale began to fracture the day Caitriona announced her engagement to Tony McGill. No one had warned Sam. He came to set almost 2 hours late that day. The insider revealed. He didn't speak to anyone. You could feel the awe freeze around him, the cold between them. After Caitriona's marriage, the atmosphere on set changed dramatically. She tried to maintain professionalism, but Sam's eyes told another story. Eyes that no longer looked like Jamie's, but a man fighting to bury something he couldn't let go of. During intimate scenes, the tension became impossible to hide. In one moment, meant to portray tenderness, Sam broke down mid-take. Tears streamed down his face, tears that weren't in the script. The director had to change the camera angle, recalled an assistant, because those weren't Jamie's tears. Outsiders saw laughter and friendship. But behind the makeup trailers and studio walls, silence reigned. Caitriona avoided his gaze. Sam rehearsed alone. One makeup artist whispered. He looked at her like a man who'd lost something he could never replace. The intervention. When their private tension began to threaten the production, the executives intervened. A confidential meeting was held in London. PR officials made it clear the love between Jamie and Claire is the heartbeat of Outlander. If the illusion dies, so does the show. Both stars were asked to maintain the image of close friendship at any cost. From that day forward, they played a new kind of role, pretending not to be broken. At events, they smiled. On stage, they laughed. In interviews, they called each other best friends. But when the cameras turned off, they walked in opposite directions. The night everything broke. In 2023, during the filming of Season 7, something happened that had never been made public until now. One chilly evening, after a wrap party in the Scottish countryside, Sam, uncharacteristically drunk, stopped Caitriona as she was leaving. Holding her hand, he asked quietly but firmly, "I just want to know, in everything we had, was any of it real?" The crowd fell silent. Caitriona looked at him, long, unreadable, then simply turned and walked away. The next morning, both showed up on set as if nothing had happened. But from that day on, they were never seen eating together or sharing private moments again. One cameraman recalled, when he filmed the goodbye scene between Jamie and Claire, Sam's eyes were red even after the director yelled, "Cut." He wasn't acting anymore. Two worlds apart. Caitriona tried to move forward. She had a husband, a family, and the weight of public image on her shoulders. But living years inside the same love story left invisible scars. During press tours, when asked about kissing Sam, she smiled faintly, but her eyes betrayed exhaustion. Sam often spoke for her, deflecting the questions while she nodded politely beside him. "She once told us," said a costumer, "that without Tony, she might never have escaped the emotional storm that was Sam Hagen." The secret diary. Few know that Sam kept a private journal throughout the filming of Outlander. In one entry, according to a trusted colleague, he wrote, "I love her the way Jamie loves Claire. But Jamie gets to say it, and I never will." Those pages have never been made public. But they exist, a quiet testament to the complicated unspoken bond that defined a decade of their lives. Rumors. Silence and the weight of love. As years passed, speculation consumed the fandom. Every glance, every interview, every shared photo became evidence of something more. Sam once tried to end it by saying, "We're best friends, and that's all." But instead of calming fans, it only fueled heartbreak. People didn't want friendship. They wanted the fantasy to be real. Privately, producers encouraged the actors to tell the truth to clear the air. But they refused. Sam said softly, "If I tell it, I lose her." Caitriona replied, "If I tell it, we stop being us." The silent ending. Now, as Outlander nears its final chapter, both stars remain silent. There's no public confession, no grand reveal, only quiet understanding. What lies between them cannot be labeled. It is not romance nor friendship, but something in between, something sacred, painful, and deeply human. A former crew member summed it up best. They loved each other in their own way, silently, painfully, and without ever touching. Caitriona has moved on, a devoted wife and mother. Sam remains single, carrying the ghost of Jamie Fraser, a man forever in love with a woman lost to time. And perhaps in his own way, Sam still loves Caitriona, not as she is now, but as the memory of the woman who once stood before him under the rain-soaked skies of Scotland. The final curtain. Hollywood loves happy endings, but real life rarely plays along. Sam and Caitriona created one of the greatest love stories ever told, both on screen and behind it. Yet the price of that story was their peace. There were no villains, no heroes, only two souls who met at the right time but could never walk the same road. When the cameras stopped rolling, Jamie and Claire vanished. But Sam and Caitriona remained haunted by a love that could only exist when the director whispered, "Action." 10 years later, Outlander will be remembered as a legend, and the bond between its two stars, unnamed and unspoken, will forever live on, not in words, but in the silent ache that every fan can still feel.